Okay, so today's video is going to be really short because really it's about getting one shot that's about 2 seconds long. Of course, the shot that we're getting is that water drop shot at the end, and I've had some questions about this. Someone even thought that I might be using CGI just because that shot looks so cool. But I actually do that shot in camera, and that's one reason I like the M50 as opposed to other Canon cameras, is that I can do shots like this that are much more stylistic that you just cannot do when using 60 frames per second. Now, keep in mind that you can actually do this with any camera that has a high frame rate mode. Any of the Sonys that have 120 frames a second, any of the Panasonics that have 120 frames a second, any of the Fujis that have 120 frames a second, and in fact, it's gonna look better because you have it in 1080p, whereas I just have it in 720p. Now, for M50 shooters who are trying to get into the high frame rate mode, you go into your menu, second selection down, you have movie record quality, and you switch over to enable high frame rate mode. And then, of course, you set your settings accordingly. I had to set mine at shutter speed 250, which is close to double as possible. Aperture actually rose up to 7.1 when I was shooting it. That way I got a little bit deeper of the depth of field and actually had a little bit more time to get the water drop shot. But then when I did that, I had to raise my ISO up to 500 in order to keep my exposure right. And something to keep in mind when you're using the 720p mode, that you don't want to raise your ISO above 800 because the image starts falling apart, not just with noise, but the image starts looking less sharp and looks a little bit more muddy. Basically what I would do is I would put it in manual focus, and then of course, since you're trying to focus on something that the shot's not even beginning with, it doesn't matter if you have autofocus. You want to have it at a set focus distance, and you want to manually focus to where the water droplet you want to be most prominent in your shot. You don't want to have it focused right in the middle because you'll see it the least, and you don't want to have it focused at the top because immediately it'll go out of focus. So you want to basically try and catch two fields of focus sort of on the way down, and then it goes out of focus in the middle, and then back into focus on the way past the middle. And the last step is just stand there looking like an idiot while you try and catch a water droplet in mid-flight. I did it probably 50 times just to get that one drop that you saw. But if you do it right and it works with a really cool segment, it'll pay off. Now, of course, I gotta give credit where credit's due. This shot I learned from Cody Wanner, and in his video, Care Less, Do More, he talked about him doing this shot, and I said, I have to get that shot. And so I've went out and I tried it, and I did it, and I loved it, and so I've done it like 4 or 5 times since then. Thank you, Cody, for showing me that shot. I really love the way it looks. If you guys do use this shot in your videos, make sure to share the link with me on Twitter so that I can see what y'all are doing, because I really want to see what people are creating with the things and the ideas and the concepts that I'm sharing. If you found this video helpful, please give me a like, subscribe to the channel for more content like this, and I'll see you all in the next video.